My, what have we here? What a surprise, what a surprise. Hello, hello. Look on. Let's record. I'll go with 60. Let me change my chat settings to everything that we need. Oh, yeah, I am going to be recording the next song in the series, which I have already recorded the rough draft of, so you guys will not be getting the musical process for. But you guys will get that, and it's gonna be fun. Excuse-moi. Excuse-moi. I'm getting my software set up. Ba-ba-dum. So while I'm waiting for my computer to wake up and start working, I would say I am vastly disappointed that I didn't think to check on how much RAM is needed for, reacting to stuff and using OBS. But, that's so frustrating because I really wanted to so bad. I literally have OBS on here. You know what? Why don't I just show you guys how amazing the quality of the video is? Because I can show you guys right here on the stream that I tried. I have to prop my computer up weird so then it works with my phone. I just have to charge my computer soon. Where's my computer? Hi. So that was my video that I made where I was gonna react to stuff. I'm gonna mute it because I don't like hearing myself. Hi. So this is what happened when I tried to do OBS recording on a 12 gig computer, which this was my fault for not doing it. Like, I tried to record a reaction thing, but like it's just lagging. If you look, the timer's going. It's just, that's the visual. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna post that because it's not good. I'm not gonna post that low quality. But it was upsetting because I recorded 2 hours worth of stuff for it to be. Anyways, this song is actually gonna be the second last in my series. Which, yes, that series is coming to a close. And if you don't know, it's the series I've been working on actually for a year, I think. And I've been trying to push myself musically to make better songs. And also wanted to make songs to tell a story so people can relate to different parts of it. While also if they didn't relate to it, they could still enjoy it. So, this song is actually in the context of right after the last song that I just posted today, like right before I started live streaming. So the last song was introduced like, okay, so the big battle between was known as the Peacemaker, who's going to defeat evil and bring good back to the world and have peace once more, face off the great evil. And in this, they think that it's Queen Aliana, who had a very dramatic backstory, who isn't evil. It's just misinterpreted and has to be, the boss babe sort of thing. And she's ruling an entire land. She can't be like, okay, let me choose to be tender and kind. No, she's got to fight and protect her people. She can't be hurried with it. And she also did have, like I said, a very traumatic backstory. So she is, the best way to describe it is, I have a friend like this. Like, it's the attitude and the way that they hold themselves comes off almost as standoffish and combative, but they're a good person. So, and if that friend does decide to watch this, hi. Yes, I'm talking about you, and you know exactly who you are. But this song is further exploring the fact that the peacemaker, who was raised from birth for this purpose, is like questioning things, but ultimately just wants to have a family. This was seen. Hi, please don't spam. Uh, when we first introduced the peacemaker singing, which is in the song called "Where's Mom?" You can look back and see it. One of her lines is I'm left wondering if I'll have a family with a love that's growing still. So, amen. And good afternoon. So, um, this character is just being raised for a single purpose, but ultimately just wants love and a family. But she's also trying to question things because she feels confined to the path that her adoptive mother, I guess. I'm doing okay. How about you? Anyways, her adoptive mother is kind of pushing her to be the peacemaker because, there's a book called the Book of Prophecies that kind of foretold it. And that's actually where we get this character song, Glass Song, which is a song before the song that I just posted called Just a Fantasy, where it's like I'm dictated by a book. I don't want my life figured out on a page. I just wanted a chance to be normal. I'm doing this first time joining your live. What do you do? I actually like singing. This is me singing today. Hello. But I do all sorts of things on my channel when I have the energy for it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm honestly kind of tired, so it's been for me. But if you compare to what I was doing last year, I was actually making videos about this yesterday. Now, one of the biggest things that stresses me out is my job, and I think that'll be the truth for a lot of people. And it would be amazing if I could just make content as my job. And I believe it's possible. And the type of content I would do is the same thing I was doing last year, which is reading the Bible, talking theology, history, science, archaeology, and then, of course, music, some Minecraft, and my favorite thing, well, not my most favorite thing, but one of my favorite things that I did on this channel was actually play games with you guys. If you guys have heard of Jackbox Games, then you guys know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, then just to kind of summarize, Jackbox Games is something where it's like a multiplayer game that you sign in on multiple devices using a code. And then people online can join in if they use that code. And if there's no more spots available to play the game, then you get to still vote. You're just not making up answers to prompts and stuff. While playing, yeah. I'm just too tired to do it. I was going to start going into Patreon and have that kind of start going into that path, but I literally showed it earlier on the stream, how I tried using OBS to kind of do reaction, because that would be awesome if I could start reacting to stuff. You seem tired. You're okay. Oh yeah, I'm okay. I'm just an adult. I'm 22 years old and I am married and first time living on my own and being responsible for the one paying rent and electric bills and all of that fun stuff. So it's very stressful. And that's why I seem tired, because it's constant stress being an adult. And then it doesn't help that my job is 22 is still young, to be fair. Yeah, it's not that old, but it's still being an adult. I've had times where I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm that old, but I know ultimately I'm not that old. And then it doesn't help that my job is kind of stressful. I'm not going to share too much about that because that's something. But we have a not great manager who has some positives, but also he's the type of person who acts like he can do no wrong, and he does a lot of common sense wrongs. So it's been very stressful, and the department has been flunking because of that. It's like falling apart. So literally, me and everybody else is just like, okay, we want to get out of here. And unfortunately, the jobs that would hire me fast is pay less than what I make at my current job, so I'm not going to do that. But today it's not about me complaining. Today is actually going to be me singing. And this character, oh my goodness, is going to have to get out of this mindset because this is my normal talking voice, but I like doing character voices for the song so that when I sing different songs, you can know who's singing. And I don't have to do editing work to be like, okay, so this is the other person singing and this is that, especially since I can. And the person who's singing this one or the character, I'll listen to you. Go ahead. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Ooh, my hair is poofy though. I was gonna make cookies today, but like chocolate chip cookies. I bought everything, but then I'm like, wait, I don't have parchment paper. Do I want to go back out and get it, or do I want to stay home and relax? Well, you have the answer right here. But oh my goodness, chocolate chip cookies are yummy. Today was rainy. Oh, today is sunshine, I think. I mean, I haven't looked outside, which is kind of, I mean, I did look outside 2 hours ago. It was sunshine then, but it's also so cold. I live in Ohio, and let me just see. Oh my goodness, we are in double digits for temperature. I'm so happy. Oh my goodness. I went on my vacation week, and last week is most of the time was single digits. I'm like, that's way too cold. And anyways, this song I have to sing higher, and I always get nervous when I do streams and I sing, but at the end of the day, it's just me having fun. So the software that I use to record is called, I forget what it's called, NCH Software Mixpad. And you saw that dim. I'm actually gonna find my computer charger because my computer does need charging. Where's my computer charger? Okay, give me a second. Voila. And okay, good. It's on because I use an actual recording microphone. I lost the thing that goes on top of it, so I have to be careful because all the high frequency sounds like S's, T's, P's, and all that, they go on the thing, so I have to be careful. And this song I wrote at 8:30. I'm a morning person, I think. Like I like getting up early, like that's my thing. So 8:30 is like I need to go to bed soon, and that's when I started writing this song a couple days ago. And then I already had the next song, but I was like, there needs to be something else in between. So. And I completely forget the lyrics, so I gotta go to my Google Docs. I don't like to get up early. I always wake up late. That's fair. You know, that's okay. We need both people. I always find it interesting, all the memes are like those who get up at 5 a.m. and those who stay up till 5 a.m. seeing each other, and they're like, hi. So, good luck. I'm gonna listen. Thank you. Um, this song. Okay, a little bit other context in this sort of environment. There's not like. I just realized my thing isn't charging. I think my. Oh, I know. I did unplug my computer charger to use the wax melter. Okay, one more thing. I'll be right back. I got a wax melter, but I have limited outlets. So. Hi, how are you? I'm okay. How about you? And thank you so much for being so active, Ronnie. So this song, like I said, the character, why is 13 people? Hi, everybody. Yeah, you literally just missed like 6 minutes of me talking about stuff. So, this song, the character sings in a higher voice. Can I tell you something really embarrassing? You can, as long as it's kid friendly. And I'm fine. I am from Ohio in the United States. And it's actually really warm today considering where things were. So anyways, this song, it's, like I said, the character kind of sings in a higher voice. Because it used to be she was younger. You like Pekka? I don't really have an opinion. 21 pounds. I'm not trying to be mean, Charlie, but I don't think anybody could actually be 821 pounds and still live. Let me just see. I'm curious. Okay, so turns out some people have lived to extreme weights over 1,000 pounds, but often die from related illnesses like organ failure, blood clots, or heart problems, just not the fat itself. Okay. Anyways, I need to stop getting distracted. I tend to do that a lot. And I know the one person who is here is like, oh, I'll listen to you. I get distracted very easily when it comes to the live chat, so. This one, I made like a rough draft of it, and I liked some parts, but there were some parts I wanted to change regarding the vocals, which is why I'm making it again. Hi! So, you can meet me in USA. I'm actually not too interested in meeting anybody for the time being, because way too stressed. So, if you haven't watched my singing stuff before, it's very sporadic in terms of me recording. Like, I'm not playing it all the way through and recording it all at once because the software likes to speed up the recording the longer it goes. And once we get to the end, we'll listen to it all and then we'll be okay. Forget about comments, just distractions. Oh, I love the distractions. But this song is, the voice is kind of higher, and so her voice, when I was singing it before, she kind of sang high like this, but she was also like 14 years old, so I'm gonna lower it just a little bit So it's like more adult-like, but still in that high voice, so it's distinct from all the other voices. So there we go. I see my life sometimes and I ask why. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. When you change your voice to... Oh, yeah, I should do an example of all the voices. I do want to, at some point, re-record the earlier ones because I was still finding my voice with those. But the villain, in quotes, for this part, I am planning on continuing, like doing a part 2 series. That's continuing on, that actually has a villain who's a villain, not a villain who isn't a villain. But the villain who isn't a villain, which was in this one, she kind of sings and talks and like that deep, loud, girl boss sort of thing. And then her mentor, who's also the character whose song I'm about to sing, mentor, is kind of softer, deep, like a lower voice, but quieter. And there are some times when she does sing a little louder, but it's still kind of quieter. It's most like mine. Because I was also kind of feeling lazy in terms of trying to create a distinct voice. And then this one is, like I said, kind of in a higher voice, but like, oh my goodness, I did a one song where in the series she was 8, so I was singing really high like this for the entire song. So it's like was really hard for my voice because this is not my natural range. This is, I mean, I can do it obviously, but like it's really hard when you try to sing and you do whole entire notes. So you sounded like a kid. I know. I practice so much with this. Actually, not practice in terms of practicing the character, but when I was younger, I loved watching My Little Pony, and I did mimic the entire thing. Like, okay, I am planning on reacting to that because that's a kid-friendly thing that would be great for audience of all ages, and I can do a lot of, you know, talking and either talking about meaningless stuff or talking about thought-provoking stuff when it comes to the show. When it comes to me reacting to stuff, there's really no in-between. Oh man, I do want to say one good example that I know I'm getting distracted again, but one good example of that was I was trying to talk about something meaningful, but then it was on whether or not doing makeup was a sin, but then I was also reading someone's comment and I said, doing makeup has no purple. That will forever be one of my most favorite phrases. Because it's so random. But I know I keep getting all over the place, but back to My Little Pony, I was able to do makeup don't have purple. It's funny because purple's one of my favorite colors to do makeup with when I'm feeling bold, but I'm not doing a whole lot today, so. Back to My Little Pony, I would actually mimic all their voices. So like, if you've watched, I'm not talking about the new one, I'm talking about the generation before, Friendship is Magic. So, like I got a really good Rainbow Dash sort of voice, and she's again higher pitched, so you gotta go up there. And then you got Applejack, who's very much more southern and country. Then you got Rarity with that fake accent that's like trying to be rich, but you're not. Then you got Fluttershy, who speaks really quiet, and she does have a really good singing voice. Then you got Pinkie Pie, who's up in this really high-pitched voice and makes your ears bleed. And yes, it was intentional. And then you got Twilight Sparkle, but my brain is just completely lagging on how she sounded like, so I don't remember. But I think it was more like, she was kind of singing and talking in sort of this sort of voice where it's not so, like high-pitched, but it's also more calm. So yeah. And then I could do a good Spike impression. Like what episode was it? Mystery Magical Cure, the season finale for season 3. I memorized that episode, and Spike says this one line, "What'd you do that for, Twilight? I love sleeping in the rain." Hi, I'm okay. How about you? So, yeah, I love doing that, and I'm like, I might as well make my own. And so I did. So now I get to sing this person's voice, which for the song, it's gotta get back into the whole. She's higher pitched, but she's a little bit more of an adult at the time of her singing this. She's about 18 years old. So, and with her being a higher pitched voice, because I've never met someone who has a higher pitched voice that is naturally higher than this in real life. I have met people with higher pitched voices. They're just not so high like Pinkie Pie. So, we got the lovely, trusty, years old microphone right here, and then I'll be singing her song. Bam, 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 bam. Why do you push me this way? Why am I never enough? Why am I the only one? Oh, sorry, my brain was just flipping through lyrics while I'm reading the chat, and like, this is what I was talking about with the W's. It makes it peak like a whoosh. And that's really annoying because now I gotta re-record that. Oh, and to Hap. I'm doing okay. I think the technical term for what that is called peaking. But keep in mind, I did not get any vocal cord training other than, church, singing class, and that was it. Every skill that I have regarding singing is self-taught. Why do you treat me this way? Why am I never enough? Why am I the only one? I want to say only one because that's how it was in the original version, but then I applied it to the series. It's supposed to be chosen one, but I'm also really tired and I need to get caffeine. So with needing to get caffeine, I'm going to get a Dr. Pepper and get caffeinated so I can increase my brain stuff and be less tired. So I'll be right back. Got my Dr. Pepper. I also can do different accents as I see fit. Thank you, Emmett, and I don't have nothing to do with singing. Well, here's the thing. Anybody can have a good voice with practice. The best thing that you can do is to try to mimic different notes if you're trying to get better control. Like, so this note is called middle C. So you just gotta try to make your voice be in line with that. And then you keep doing it with different voice, and then you do a whole scale. Use that to your advantage. I'm being for real. My voice tends to be more, I don't want to, it's like whispery, like I'm very breathy, even when I'm not. It still sounds breathy and soft. I think that's just the way I talk. But if you have like a more deep voice, then I don't know, this is gonna sound weird, but like go into songs where you can expand upon that. Or you can have different songs where if it is really deep like a guy, you just try to get a simple melody and that reflects everything you need. That was impromptu. That actually worked well. And that's if you're writing a song, but if you're singing a song, you don't have to go up to that octave when it comes to singing. For example, if something's up here, hold up. Let me just see if I can get a playable piano. That's Logic, to be fair. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, like, it's loading. My computer is loading. And then you can also train your voice to have a bigger range by just pushing yourself just a little bit every so often. Like, there was a time I couldn't get, like, I used to, but then as I got older, I couldn't get up to Pinkie Pies. But then I spent some time singing, and then I actually can, where does this go in case you made another stream later? I don't know. I'm very sporadic with stuff. I'm being honest about that. Like, I don't think I'll make another stream later, because I recently got Paramount Plus. I used to have Paramount Plus with my parents, but then they stopped, so then I realized I could get it with Walmart Plus. And tomorrow I'm actually going to my parents' house to do laundry and watch their dogs at the same time, and they have really cute dogs. So there's middle C, so if you're lower, you can just, I don't know how well you guys can hear that, but like, yeah, they have two. They're psychopaths, but they're precious little babies. Hope you enjoy with your parents. They actually go to work. I do it so I'm not in their way, and I get to watch the dogs while they're at work. So, and then after I do laundry, I'm doing 2 loads of laundry. I'll be picking up the parchment paper I need for the cookies. I'll be making the cookies alongside trying to figure out what I want to do for dinner. I don't know if I want to do a roast, maybe make a pizza from scratch. No, that sounds good, making a pizza from scratch. I've done that before, it's fun. And then I got some cleaning I need to do tomorrow, so tomorrow's not gonna happen, and I have no idea what's going on with Wednesday. But I do know that after this week I'm going back to work, so that's fun. Anyways, let's get back to singing. Oh yeah. Chores are tiring. Tours. Okay, new word, everybody. It's tours. T-O-R-E-S. It is what's the definition of it is tiring chores. So that's our bathroom right there, and I am responsible for deep cleaning it, you know, getting into all the little cracks and stuff, and with all that. And thank you for subscribing, Ronnie. So, also Valentine's Day is coming up. I got a little decoration there, so that's gonna be kind of nice. What type of business they're working on? Oh. Of course, anytime I was bored, I took you to put in the phone. Okay, thank you, Ronnie, and for my business is called K Scrubs. I make homemade stuff like sugar scrubs, shampoo, conditioner, lotion. There's also sunscreen. What else can I do? I think that's actually the extent of it, but it's completely homemade, all natural ingredients. I love using it. It's not as like high quality as like the most expensive things out there. Shampoos for like bodies and hair. Yes, ma'am or sir. I think I actually have some in the bathroom. I'll go and check, or maybe I'll just post a picture. Or if you were to go to the shop that's actually on my channel page, you'd be able to see some pictures. And my hope is that if Patreon doesn't work out, that does. But I've had my thing for a year, and the biggest thing is I need to pay for advertising, but that costs money. And money is not in abundance. So, like, that's why I was also saying with OBS, I need 64 gigabytes of RAM. Sorry, saliva touched the back of my throat. Anyways, 64 gigs of RAM for OBS, so then I could do reactions and you guys can see it. But my laptop has 12. And to get 64 gigs of RAM is, at least from Best Buy, $700, which is more than what I make in a week. So that's way beyond the budget. So better than dollars. It's a lot easier to make. I honestly would just love for either Patreon or my business to do it, because then I could just be at home. I can go at my own pace. I don't have to deal with insufferable managers. I crack myself up with doing the most basic things. Do you guys get a good laugh out of the most random things too? I like how I've been talking for... I don't, because I'm really bad with social media. The extent of it is YouTube. That's it. So I was hoping to try to recruit some help with the other things, so then like they can produce stuff even with me working, but that also costs money, and like I said, that's not in abundance right now. I got things like loans to pay off. So yeah, now let me actually I was gonna say you can follow your dreams, but I guess that depends. Like, could you be comparable to men in strength? Because I know you said you were 18. So, I also will say that depending on what computer science you go into, at least for around here, it was really hard for my brother to get into a job. He has a bachelor degrees in I think information technology. No, security plus. Like, I think that's what it is. I don't exactly know which specific computer science branch, but he was having a hard time finding a job with it. Granted, no matter what field you go into these days, or at least around here, it's really hard finding a job. For example, I tried going into nails. Like, I'm a certified nail technician. I did not do these nails, by the way, but aren't they so cute? And then I asked around to all the places around here. They said no. That they weren't hiring, there isn't enough business, it's too much cost to hire someone and that sort of stuff. Okay, so then I go and try to train and learn to become a hearing aid specialist, because I am deaf. I actually do wear hearing aids, and it would be nice to work with hearing aids. But I found out, at least for my estate, you need a sponsor so you can get the materials, or you could spend thousands upon thousands upon thousands to get the materials yourself. But you do need a sponsor to get tested in order for you to get licensed, and even then, getting a job is not definitive. So I'm gonna be honest, when I'm shopping and I see AI, I'm not encouraged to do that. I would much rather things be more genuine. So it's like, if you guys were to see AI in a store, does that make you want to buy it? Or like, sorry, my hair is just like sticking straight up. I don't know if it's just because I'm a little bit older, not that much older, but just a little. But like, when I see AI, I'm like, okay, I don't trust them. Okay, I should sing because I'm literally on the string for almost an hour and I've gotten nowhere. So I'm gonna sing. I also was thinking about possibly, putting my music on streaming stuff. Because, oh my goodness, I just remembered. I wrote a song. You guys would probably relate if you had a dog. I wrote a song because I was doing laundry and the dogs wouldn't stop barking. So I made a song called What Are You Barking At? And it is one of my favorite songs that I've written. So, like, it's such a relatable thing. I don't know if you guys could relate to it or not. But if I were to upload that, then it's just a bunch of people need to go and listen to all the stuff, and then I could earn some money. But when I was looking into it, it costed money to go do that. So that's not. It's just a little bit more affordable than everything else. Yeah. If I do that, I'm gonna cherry pick every little thing. I want to make sure I look flawless, not straight, random, crazy curl, poofy mess. I mean, it's not that bad of a mess. Yesterday it was. Like, if I were to pull out my hair right now, it would look like a mess. So. And I do have I got a YouTube channel. I think it's at K Scrubs. Let me just get into the thinking. Oh, that's how I was doing my business before. And I'm still doing it. Like that. I got an Etsy shop. So my business channel is called at K Scrubs Official. So you'll be able to find it if you scroll back far enough on here. I forgot about the flex muscle potatoes. How is it going? Well, I haven't received any orders, so that's the thing. Nobody's actually going to buy it. And I don't want to continue paying taxes and do all that extra work if no one's gonna buy it, if that makes sense. Okay, well, I'm gonna sing. Why do you push me this way? Why am I never enough? Why am I the chosen one when you could be wrong? Why do you train me to fail? I forget the next one. But I'm just wanting to look at something. So we have another peaking issue. You see, this is normal voice, and then it just goes. But that's because of the F sound. But I think I can just cut that, and we'd be okay. Also, what I use for the music is called Noteflight. It's straightforward to use. It wasn't too much to get the premium. It was like 40 bucks, which I know to some people that's a lot, but it's really not that much compared to some other things. $40 a year is what it is, and it's really nice because you can use the free version, but you get up to 10 scores and you have very limited instruments. But with that costs money. But there is something that you can get, like a filter thingy. Like I could just clip it onto the table, have it right here, sing like this, and then it will work. But it's not a big deal for that. I'm happy to help and I'll do it for free. Yeah, depending on some stuff. Like I'm down for that. It's a little like, if you'll send an email to kknailsathome@gmail.com, then we could get it stuff. How much might cost? Let's see. Professional recording microphone. Let's see. So something similar to this looks like to be $160. That's a lot of money. So, to kind of give you guys an idea of finances, we're trying to focus on savings first rather than buying whatever, because ideally I would have kids someday and then become a stay-at-home mom. So we would like to have decent savings for that. But hello. Dang, someone use it like that. Well, you can get cheaper ones. Oh, I already have a logo. Yeah. I got a logo. If you go to KK Nails at Home, you can contact me in email. But if you go to KK or K Scrubs Official, like at K Scrubs Official for the stay-at-home mom, you need to be pretty. I'm already married. Okay? So don't be even talking like that. I'm already married. I think it's just hating to hate. And I'm pretty in my own way. Like, look at this. It's a mess, but it's a beautiful mess. Okay, I'm actually gonna like create a post. It's like, but my logo, since I'm here, is this. And I've got stickers printed for this design already. And that's the place to go for YouTube. Really got nothing to do with the job. I mean, with some jobs, yeah, it pays to be beautiful. But I think I'm pretty. Sometimes I don't, but most of the time I do. The times I don't is like when I'm about to start my period and I'm just breaking out like crazy, which I'm still recovering from that. You can literally see a bunch of pimples. And then I got that hormones and then the anxiety and the depression, and I'm just like... Oh, my 27 subscribers! Wow! Yeah. For my other one. So I said I was gonna make a post. Oh, I completely forgot what I was gonna say. That's the thing that sucks. If I like go all over the place and I forget what I said. I know it's like, those are normal. Some people hide with products. I mean, sometimes I do, but most of the time it's just like, it's natural. Like, at the end of the day, pimples are pimples, and if people are hating on that, then they're just hating on something completely normal. Like you said, they're just normal. Push me this way. Why am I never enough? Why am I the chosen one when you could be wrong? Do you swallow? Oh, thank you, Ronnie. Could be Ronnie. Could be Ronnie. Could be Sonny. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't want, like, yeah, but I don't know where that's gonna go, free falling. You better stay kid friendly, free falling, or else I am going to put you in timeout. It's funny. I realize that sometimes I talk like a parent to some of my friends, which is kind of interesting. Like, and I don't mean to. Like, it's not like gotta do your chore. No, like, how did it's like the whole. uh, I completely lost my train of thought. Sorry, I just needed to know. Why did you need to know? That's. I mean, it's very rare for people to not be able to swallow. You could be wrong. Why do you treat me like that? Why do you think that is good? I have to figure it out. How do you have the face to walk so blindly? I love that part. But then it gets even better because in the second verse, it's like, 'cause at the end of the day, you say that I was made for more than this. And then I'll be adding harmonies to that, so it's just, whoo. Lyrics, randoms, or you... Are you asking if I crafted the lyrics to share a message or something? That's an inappropriate question, okay? I am a married woman, free fallen. That is an inappropriate question. And I am very disappointed with that because you already can tell that. No. And that's an inappropriate. If you keep this up, I'm putting you in timeout. See, there's a mom voice coming out. This is your last warning. I will put you in timeout and, Okay. Sonny, Rani, I might make you a moderator just to help if I'm like distracted or something and someone's acting like that. That's really inappropriate though. It's really on a Christian channel too. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm welcoming of all sorts of people, but you know, I'm trying to keep things kid friendly, and that's okay. Put user in timeout. 30 minutes timeout. Wow. Some men though are just inappropriate like that. Yeah. Maybe I should have my husband be on stream with me sometime and he can see that when people act like that, it's like, you get your warning, I'm trying to tell you I'm not comfortable with it, that's the boundary. Uh-oh, you cross that boundary, you're gonna act childish like that, you're gonna be put in timeout like a child. Okay, now that's funny. I'm sorry, I like to laugh at all the silly things I think. you gonna be childish like that, then I'll put you in time out like a child. Me on stream just now. Post. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take like 2 seconds because that disturbed me a little bit. That's not appropriate questions to be asking someone. That was gross. Okay. How does a moderator? I made you a mod, Ronnie, because I like your vibes. I like how you chat, and I like how you're just laughing along with me and making funny things. Oh. What's going on here? I'm checking the website. It looks pretty good. That's weird. I'll figure that out later. Yeah, I'm on vacation from work, so I'm just trying to relax and not stress too much about the nitpicks of business stuff. So. Let's get back to singing. Also, Happy literally just missed someone acting very inappropriate. And I had to put him in time out because he was acting like a 13-year-old boy. And I completely forgot the next lyrics. Oh, I remember now. All love for those rules, just read it. Yeah, it's not like I'm being unreasonable, like, I'm not saying things like you have to be confined to a specific way of thoughts. Like, I don't know what you think, Ronnie, but I don't care because you are a human being too, and that means that you should be respected. Same thing with whatever the guy's name, Free Fallen. Like, if he was born in 1996, which is what his username was, don't put him at 30 years old, talking like that on a YouTube stream. That's just disgusting. Like, what if I wasn't? Like, what if I looked older than I was and I was a minor? That would have been sexual harassment of a minor. Anyways, back to the song. Sometimes when I record for fun and I drink some carbonated drink, I start singing and then I can feel the burp coming, so excuse me, I just had a tiny burp, but sometimes I'll have like those big burps. And one time I was I'm laughing because I remember this. I was singing, but I couldn't tell the burp was coming. It just went in the middle of the song. And I was laughing so hard once I listened back. It was just out of the blue. So the next part is you to choose to follow that book, but you would never look and see me. The purpose of this whole thing is it's meant to be relatable to those who are children of Christian or religious parents who try to push them very harshly to a specific, I don't know, mold of whatever the religion is, instead of seeing the person as normal. I luckily didn't have too much of that. I mean, there was just a little bit, but nothing too crazy. But it's meant to be like that. But at the end of the day, this character's just wanting to have a family that loves her for her. So I have to be careful because this book is You choose to follow that book, but you would never look to see me. There we go. Is it a dream to want things to look a little different? Oh, that's my favorite part of one of my favorite parts. In terms of like way things sound, is like when you add the harmonies, it just sounds so nice. It's like, is it a dream to want things to look a little different for me and you? When the bar wasn't set so high, where you and I would be fine. Oh, this is making me happy because I love singing. Singing is one of my most favorite things to do. Sorry, I still get tripped up when people make inappropriate comments because, like, I mean, I'm 22 years old. It is technically a normal thing to talk about, but it's also not normal to talk about that on the stream. So. We all should what we love. Oh, we all should do what we love. We all should what we love. I'm just going to speak like this, and we will skip occasional words. I'm just teasing you for the fun of it. I tend to do that just a little bit. So. Is it a dream to want these two look a little different for me and you? Where the bar wasn't set so high, where you and I would be fine. I felt my voice crack there. No, I gotta re-record it. What's your favorite song? My favorite song. The song that I would call my favorite, I would say is either this one or the song that comes after this one in the series. Because like I said, I've already recorded it, but needed something in between. And it's actually, maybe this will be the third last song, so then I could kind of tie the first part of the series with A Night's Little Bow. But the next song is when what the bookkeeper thinks. There could be hundreds, but what's coming in your mind right now? Oh, it's my own songs. I like my own songs a lot. When I was listening through my songs so far, I liked Just a Fantasy. Because there's one part that's so relatable. And in the bridge it goes, and I will try to be what you want, to be what you need, but I have to know, or will I lose my life? It's like this character is trying her best to be what is needed, what is wanted, but she feels like she's losing herself in that. But I also do like What Are You Barking At? Because, oh my goodness, I'm just gonna... You guys can listen to it for yourself if you want better, not through computer speaker quality. But... What are you barking at? Over YouTube? No, unfortunately, I don't have anything on there. That's why I was wanting to. This is a song. I'm doing my own thing a little bit away. I know you're saying that I hear a sound. So I am wondering, what are you barking at? What are you barking at? I'm It says, instead of is it an intruder, it says is it a intruder. I was laughing when I was making this song. Bum, bum, bum. Sorry, I love the music. That's on YouTube Shorts, actually. Like if you search up "What Are You Barking At?" KK, it's gonna be the first one that comes up. I love it. I love listening to that song, especially the transition from the second chorus to the bridge. Love it. Okay, back to singing this one. I forget where I'm at. Oh, I know where this one is. Make it real. It is in a YouTube short, so that's actually what I was playing from. And you do get to see the doggies that inspired the song. So okay, I think that was good. You got my support. Thank you. Is it a dream to want these two? Look a little different for me and you. So what I'm gonna do is finish recording everything. Then I'll get to record everything for the main vocals, and I'll work into the harmonies. And then I also do try to push myself with my music, as in this series. The third song is called Label Me Evil, which is one of my favorite songs in my series. How many dogs do you have? 0. It's my parents' dogs that inspired that song. But the third song in the series, that what this song is actually a part of, it's kind of sort of like, you'll see what happens when you make me the bad guy when I'm not. And that song, oh my goodness, it honestly makes me sad because I might cry when I talk about this, but the character, her dad died, who was the king. The dad was the king. He died because of an invasion. Then the mom went out in, rage because her dad died, and the mom, the queen, her husband died, so that she was pissed off and went off to kill and ended up losing her life. So already off to a very depressing start, because at the time Queen Aliana was only 14, and that's when the bookkeeper, which is the mentor, was like, okay, we'll make you into the queen. And eventually, like it's been years, and finally, the queen found someone who she thought was cute, but was like keeping her distance because she remembered what happened to her parents, and she did not want to give a weakness. This is actually the first song in the series, um, and once we get there, it's like I don't want to bring you close, because if I do, then the enemies have a weakness to exploit. And the guy was like, that's okay, I'll stand by your side no matter what. And then slowly but surely, the walls started coming down and they actually fall in love. And they had a really good relationship to the point where he proposed and they were on the track to being married. But the bookkeeper, being so focused on the book and her prophecies, was like, I'm going to prevent this evil from happening again. So I am going to go kill this guy. And so they went on to walk by the cliffs, and the bookkeeper shoves the fiance off of it. His screams echo through, and then the queen rushes down because it's like a big ravine with a windy path that's a little bit dangerous if you go too fast down. She's trying to rush to it. By the time she gets there, he's dead. So she's pissed off. And that is targeted right at the bookkeeper. So, yeah, it's kind of depressing. And that's what made her evil in the bookkeeper's eyes, which created the prophecy, being like all this. I was like, okay, it's the funeral of the day. I'm not going to go talk to the queen because she's pissed off and she doesn't like me anymore. And then a baby goes onto her doorstep, and then the prophecy book was like, yeah, this is a peacemaker. You need to raise her and train her. And so, as it was a baby, it wasn't like a little kid who just needed training. It was a baby. A literal baby just went on the doorstep. And that's actually the second song. That's emotional. Yeah, tell me about it. I'm a very visual person, so when I'm saying this, it's not lines or story in my head, it's actual world. Yeah. It's crazy. And so the second song is actually a lullaby, which there's some parts I wish I would change, which is why I want to re-record, because I tend to get really rushed with some of these vocals. But then the lullaby, it's really nice. And I was like, this little child doesn't know what fate will bring. And then we got the Label Me Evil song, which is like, I'm not the villain you are, why did you do it? And that song was where I pushed myself musically because I did not use drums at all. And it's really nice. And I don't think drums should be in it, even if I were to change it. And then the fourth song is actually this character's first song. It's called Where Is Mom? It's when she was a kid and she was like, I see everyone around me. Be excited for the simple things. They always can rely on their family, but why not me? And keep in mind, this is a little kid doing it, because she's being trained and raised for this singular purpose. And then the next song is actually the first song where I have two characters singing at once. 6 hours. But I'm sorry. And it's the mentor. It's like, you got to bring the light back. That's what your purpose is. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to bring peace back. And we still see more of the the mentor goes, so look up and remember your purpose and your kindness. But then in the song, this character mirrors it. It's like, what if you're wrong? You remember your prophecy is not me. It's like she's trying to not be defined by a book. And then that goes more into the next song, Just a Fantasy, which is like, I already talked about. Inspiring a song from a child. Yeah, it's honestly, it's really deep stuff when you lay it all out, but it's all just songs and it's catchy. Whew. So this song is, there's actually one more song in between just a fantasy. The song I just posted is called Let's Play. It's another villain song. And it was like the letter, we're gonna meet on the battlefield. I truly wish it didn't come to this. And the queen's like, do you think I'm naive? I was like, do you think I can't tell you're playing, excuse me, you're playing a game? Do you think that I am blind? Do you think that I haven't seen this before and that I can't see through your lies? And that's sort of the whole thing. I was like, fine, you're playing a game, then I'll play. And then the bridge is really fun. It's like, you made a mistake when you made me the villain in your fantasy, so I'll make a killing. You claim I'm offense when I've been defending, so your story will have a tragic ending. And now I'm going to do Beautiful but Hurtful. Oh yeah, that's my purpose. It's meant to be relatable to the people who've been hurt in some way or another, or who feels confined to a certain thing. But yeah. So this song is, now that we're getting to the context of this song, it's like, the next verse is actually, why should I go face the queen, the one that you've trained? Do you want me to rule the land? Do you want me to take a stand? I won't draw a line in the sand. Forget asking these questions, 'cause at the end of the day, you'd say that I was made. I don't know if like my internet acts up, because sometimes it does that where it just cuts out. I hope it didn't do that. If it did, I'm so sorry. Sorry, my Wi-Fi went off and on. Oh, that's all good. My Wi-Fi does that too, so I was a little worried. Welcome back. Nice to meet you back. I thought your name was Rodney, but apparently it's back. Is there a specific time when you come live every day? I actually don't go live all that often. My content making is a little bit sporadic because I live in the real world, and that sounds like in the adult world sort of thing. I work a job, it's stressful. I have bills to pay, it's stressful. I got all other things, it's stressful. So, it's very stressful for me when I have a stressful job and I have a stressful life. Like, you can literally see I'm tired and stressed out. So, there's not a set time, but I try to when I can and I feel like it. But I do gotta hurry because my hubby will be coming home soon and I want to spend some time with him. So, why should I go face the queen? It did the peeking thing. The trick is to try to say some of the vowels softer, but I don't know how to say queen softer. Like, why should I go face the queen? The one that you trained is doing so much peeking. Like, I'll show you guys. It's like, ugh. That's how I can tell, because this is a huge spike. So I think what I'll do is I'll hold it back a little bit more so it's not so into the microphone. It'll be a little louder. Why should I go face the queen? Sorry, okay, I see, that's horrible. Yeah, so it's a little bit annoying, but at the end of the day, you say that I was made for more than this. I was gonna say at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal because I could just re-record it. Why should I go face a queen? The one that you trained. Do you want me to rule the land? I messed up the timing on that. Do you want me to make a stand? I felt saliva just go down my throat when I was about to start shaking. I'm like, oh no, it recorded the coughing. Look at that. Look at that. Loudly coughing. So it's like, oh man, okay, I should honestly, if I ever have like a concert of sorts and I sing this song, I should just have a portion where I just cough in the middle of it and be like, sorry about that, let's try that again. Just to give a tribute to this specific moment. That's funny. Hi, everybody. I think there's Hap, and then I know Ronnie is here, but I don't know who the third person is. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get back into music though so I could knock out the rest of this, but that's funny. I went to my normal voice and not the character voice. Let me just see. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's my song. But I try to be a little bit consistent. Do you want me to make a stand? So I will draw a line and sand. I'll forget asking these questions. Cause at the end of the day, you say that I was made for more than this. You choose to follow that book. It peaked. It peaked. We're not going to continue recording when it peaked. It did a, like, let me show you what it sounds like. You choose to follow. Oh, that, what? That stayed normal. To follow. Okay. I'm keeping it there. I did it. Where are you from? I am from Ohio. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter, my song. I like singing weird. You know what? That doesn't sound too bad. I'm just gonna keep it. Maybe like pitch it down just a little bit. I'm sorry, the quotes make it funny. What about you, Ronnie? I'm sorry. You're Spanish? Oh, that's cool. From Spain. But you would never look and see me. Okay, she's from Spain. I'm kidding. I'm just making sure, because sometimes if I don't record for a certain amount of time, it would do some kind of weird skipping thing. So there's been times where I like would record all things normal in a song all at once, but then I go to listen to it and is like speeds up just barely enough towards the end where it gets offbeat, and if you try to fix it, then it's offbeat at the beginning, so I have to record it in parts. So with this part, I love the song though. It's a very simple song. Is it a dream to want me to look a little different from me and you? When I wasn't set so high, you and I would be fine. Is it a dream to want things to look a little different from me and you? When I wasn't set so high, you and I would be fine. And then, alive with great vibes and great running here. Good. That's my whole point. I wanted to just be a welcoming environment for people. I had a ring on this finger and I took it off today, but now I feel naked. Like you should have a ring on there. So, okay, but this is my favorite part because I really like the whole, because at the end of the day, you'd say that I was made for more than this. So I actually tied that into the bridge. Sorry, I'm just vibing. I like the music in this. It's simple and straightforward and easy. Yeah, when I wrote this song, I didn't even know it was actually going to be this good because I was so tired. I'm like, this is probably going to be a horrible song. And then next morning comes around, I record it, I'm like, this is one of my favorite songs. Because I wrote this song without any idea in mind. I was bored. I'm like, this is probably going to be a horrible sort of song, but I just wanted to create something. So I gotta find the specific. It's nice. I got this from a store nearby. I don't know if it's the only one of it, so I'm not gonna share and possibly reveal my location. But I did get it from a local store, and it's one of my favorite shirts. It's comfortable. It's just a little oversized, which is what I like. And first thing comes to my mind. It's the first thing that comes to my mind. I'm sorry. I had to tease just a little bit. What's wrong with me? You know what I said to that? Fat thumbs. I got that issue too. It also doesn't help. I have an iPhone SE, which is an older thing. It still has the home button. And it's small. So I'm like trying to type, and I can't do what I would normally do because I got big nails in the way. This it says Christ alone. I like it a lot. But anyways, I try to type, but then I have to type weird like this. Then it was like the fattest portion of my thumb, and I'm constantly messing up my typing, and I get so annoyed with it. So sorry, you're gonna have to. Yeah, it's a. So I think you guys are gonna have to listen, or you'll have to hear the music a little bit more, because I don't know where the part is for me to start the. Because at the end of the day, you say that I was made for. I know. All ears. So as soon as it changes, go. But at the end of the day, you say that I was made for. Oh, that's one of the parts. Cause at the end of the day, you say that I was made for more than this. Is it a dream to want things to look a little different from me and you? When I was off in timing, but it's okay. Because I could just figure out. The hard part is I can't hear my computer speakers that good because I wear hearing aids and this computer speaker is straight up, not this way. So I'm constantly guessing. Dinner. Well, I hope you have a lovely dinner and thank you. Have a good day. Bye. So that's why I was off a little bit, but now that I know where I'm going. There we go. We got the main vocals down. Let's speed run the rest of this part. So, here's my thinking. Okay, so now we got the second vocals. Cause at the end of the day, you say that I was made for more than this. It's just to follow that book that you would never look and see me. Is it a dream to want to look a little different for me and you? When I wasn't set so high where you and I would be fine. Is it a dream to want things to look a little different for me and you? When I wasn't set so high where you and I would be fine. I'm trying to have it where the harmonies, as you can tell, is there, but the main vocals are the strong point. At the end of the day, you say that I was made for more than this. Is it a dream to want things to look a little different for me and you? When I wasn't set so high where you and I would be fine. Okay, we got mid vocals. That's the nice thing about the harmonies in this song is it's like the same little set. So Ugh. Do you play any instruments? I do. I play keyboard, like piano. I can do that. I also do know how to play percussion. Like I can read percussion music. So. You say that I was made for more than this. So my thing is, I'm trying to. Gonna adjust. I think that's good first. At the end of the day, you say that I was made for more than this. You choose to follow that book, but you would never look and see me. I can't decide if I want to ever come in. So maybe I'll try. think I'll have the higher harmony come in here. Okay, so now let's just listen to that again. So my plan is I'm gonna have like a even deeper voice for this part. More. Bye. Thank you. Okay, so now we have to do the most annoying part of all of this, or at least the most annoying for me. More than this. I have to go really high. So I apologize to anybody who's watching this and that you get ear torture. I keep forgetting the next part. Is it a dream to want things to look a little? Is it a dream to want things to look a little different for me and you? When the ball wasn't set so high, where you and I would be fine. That is gonna be really quiet because that's hard to sing. I think we're good. I think we got it finished. So I'm going to end the stream and listen to it myself. See if I need to change anything else. But that's kind of the gist of it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.